Hi, everybody. It's Dana Christian Lee coming to you from Petaluma, California, and bringing my whole heart to say, hi, I miss you. I hope you are well and you are safe and you're healthy and you are navigating these days. Every time I've been recording and teaching in this format, I always hope that the next week will bring a better news cycle, more hope, more possibility, and though all those are present, I have to be honest, the last 2 weeks have been so overwhelming in positive ways and in challenging ways. And if you're like me, you are probably feeling it all. Today, I want to acknowledge the world as it is, its chaos and its beauty coming together to say, young, sweet planet Earth, you humans, you are not going to get out of this one. COVID didn't work. Shutting down the economy didn't work. But we have a revolution of people rising up saying racial injustice is not okay and George Floyd did not die for no reason. We are taking and transcending the barriers that we've been wrestling with these last few months of COVID and businesses being closed to now having a sense of them reopening a little bit, and with this new struggle of social justice before us. And it is not a small movement to bring equality into our world. It is a process that we all must stand up for each day. I was challenged recently, a yoga teacher that I know, and I'm going to quote her, she said, "Stop doing yoga warrior poses if you are not going to fight." And she doesn't mean in the battle sense, just like the yogic teachings don't mean to battle, but they mean to dig deep and to wrestle and to make impact. And the impact is a union and a just world for all people. Yoga is bringing together not only your body, your mind, your heart for good, but it's also creating a platform for our world to be more equitable, to be more just, to be more inclusive, so we can have that true unity, that true union for all people, not just the privileged few who can afford to do these practices. That's why I come to you, and Embody offers them for free. We want to have health and well-being and this ability to access giving back in our world. We want that to be available to all people. So today, of all days, when our world has been protesting and our cities have been rioted and looted and people have been killed and businesses have been destroyed, let us all allow the dust to settle for a moment and to say, yes, this is, and without judgment, just ground humbly into the present moment, into who you are, into who we are as a nation and as a world. And we can slowly breathe to be here and now, because each of us are asked. The world is demanding we show up as our full selves, as a responsibility to being alive, to being on this planet. And what is responsibility? Able to respond. So without reaction or reactivity to the emotions that are in us, and we're all feeling them. I'm with you. I'm angry and I'm frustrated. I'm overwhelmed. I come from a female white perspective, so everybody has different perspectives. However, my response, your response, needs to come from a grounded and calm and centered place, so we can do the good fight, that we can use the practices and the tools that we've resourced ourselves with to listen, to learn, and then to act. As I myself wandered into the yoga service space over 10 years ago, I had to wrestle with the question, how do I give back? How do I teach that? What does that mean? What does that feel like? And what I found that works is this awareness piece. Are we aware of the problem before us? And I don't think there's anybody in the world right now that does not know Black Lives Matter, that do not know that police brutality and injustice exist and it's systemic. We are now woke to the awareness that this is a problem and it demands justice. After awareness, though, comes education. Without stepping right in and acting, especially people with white privilege, we need to stop. We are aware, but we need to listen. We need to educate ourselves, all of us. And then finally we act. And these can't be slow steps. They have to be concurrent because we don't get the privilege now of time. The time is now and we're the ones. So stop, be aware, listen, educate yourself, act. I will continually put out ways that we can act in the world, but here and now, the way I want you to act is responsibly with your breath, with your body, with your practice. To be a warrior for justice, to be a warrior for peace, to be a warrior for equality for all people. So today we breathe and we move and we sweat, we may cry, not just for ourselves and our own struggle, but all of our brothers, all of our sisters in a world that's rising up saying, this is enough. So let us humbly be present in our breath, ground ourselves into the earth, feel her support so we can rise up because the time is now. We cannot go back to sleep. Let us close our eyes. Let us center and let us become present. So take a comfortable seat, sit up tall, take your shoulders up and back, and your drishti, your gaze turns inward. You can even close your eyes or simply soft focus your eyes on the earth before you. And begin to slowly and deeply breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Seeking to find a balance between your inhale and your pause and your exhale and your pause. That brings a steadiness to your nervous system, a calmness to your mind, and a presence to your being. The breath is the equalizer to bring you to the here and the now. Let's spend some time in silence, breathing intentionally to ground ourselves in this moment. Collective inhale, long exhale. Soften your breathing. Allow your gaze to remain inward as you fold your palms in front of your heart. Taking this gesture, this practice to intend. Open your intention with gratitude for your life, for our world as it is, for everything that may be a struggle is an opportunity for transformation. Be grateful this day. And let us ask for the help that we need to work for a world that is just for all people. Let us ask for the stillness and the patience to listen, the humility to say we don't know all it is that we need to know, to learn and to grow, and then to act mindfully, doing the least amount of damage and harm to others. For often that comes unintentionally with the best of hopes. Let us step toward making our world better for all people mindfully and humbly. And let's dedicate our practice to the world, to the struggle, to the work, to keeping people awake and doing this very important and sacred work that needs to be done. The promise of yoga is liberation, but that only comes at the price of uniting and coming together as one. to your heart's intention. Breathe in. Breathe out. And in the silence, just dwell for a few more moments and see the people that have risen up, that have spoken out, that are taking a stance in our world. If you've attended a protest, see the people, feel the energy. If you've been sitting in peacefully, shouting at the top of your lungs, see it, feel it, and softly let it settle and ground yourself here and now. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften. Mindfully release your hands and gently come back. All right, so now we're going to transition into our asana. We're going to get on our mats and we're going to ground into our hips. We're going to use our legs and our hips where we happen to store a lot of emotion, and it can get locked and it can get tense. So we're going to open our hips. We're going to ground through our legs, lift up through our hearts, and become fully present here and now to pay attention to life as it is in this moment, because the time to do good is always right now. So here we go. Child's pose. As I walk on my knees to my mat, widen your knees if yours are not, big toes touch, let your arms extend long, and come up on your finger pads. Get that lift so your shoulder blades come up and on your back. Let your heart stretch down and forward as your hips go back and down. Rest your forehead on the earth, close your eyes, and take deep ujjayi breath in through your nose and out through your nose at a steady rhythm. Long breath in, long breath out. Look up between your thumbs, walk your hands off your mat to the left, take a twisted child's pose, 3 breaths. Inhale, look up. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands come back off your shoulders. Flow yourself up into table pose. Hands as wide as your shoulders, wrist creases parallel to the short edge of your mat. Strengthen your arms, soften your upper back. Draw your belly in and your heart lifts forward. Take a full breath here. Find the stability of the earth beneath you and the breath of life that flows through you. Now we're going to move that with your intention as your heart lifts. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take your vertebra, roll them toward the sky. Slowly and gently, using your breath as the vehicle to feel the feelings we're holding in our bodies. Letting their grip release. And grounding here and now. Body, mind, and heart. Now, playfully switch your hips side to side. Open your side ribs. And then switch other side. Back to neutral. Exhale, soften. Tuck your toes. Take a big breath in, lift your knees up. Exhale, stretch your hips back, downward facing dog. Keep grounding through your hands, push down and forward. Feel the stability of the earth. And then lift your arm bones away from the floor and bring them behind your heart. And as your heart stretches down and forward, draw your belly button back and stretch your hips way back. And work one heel grounding at a time to try to get stability through your hands and your feet equally. For when we are grounded, we are lighter, we are aligned, we are attuned. So work out your dog, find some steadiness, find some grounding, and take 3 more breaths. Inhale, look up between your thumbs. Exhale, step your feet, Uttanasana, deep forward bend. Your feet are about 2 fists apart, or you can bring them together. It's a little bit harder to balance with your feet touching, so you decide. And as your legs are strengthened, push, ground through your feet. Draw your belly back, and you can keep your knees bent if you need to pull forward, or if your legs are straighter, just breathe. Each inhale, ground into the earth. Feel the stability. And exhale with that stability, find presence. Inhale, look forward, ground through your feet. Exhale, bow down. Find presence. 2 more. Flat back. Bow down. Flat back. Bow down. Push into your feet, gently roll up to stand. Stack your vertebra. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, rib cage over hips, shoulders over ribs, and then ears over shoulders. Tadasana, mountain pose from the side. Now I'll face forward. Firm through your legs. You can even bring your hands to your pelvis, your outer hips. Root down through your hips. You'll find that strength and stability through your legs. Get grounded. Then lift up and allow your shoulders to roll back. Feel a presence in you, stability and presence. You are here and you are now. So from the core of your pelvis, anchor down. And with lightness, your upper body rises up. Stand well in your pose. Take a deep inhale. Collective, unified exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, bow down and fold. Look forward, breathe in. Bow down, breathe out. Rise up, stand tall, bind your fingers. Stretch left. Full breath in. Long breath out. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, squat down, breathe out. Feel into your legs, ground through your feet. Let your breath lift you up. Inhale. Stretch right. And imagine your hands still rooted on your hips and your upper body freely opening. Rise up, breathe in. Squat down, breathe out. Stand tall, inhale. Exhale, hinge at the waist, bow down. Look forward, inhale. Bow down, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, squat. Inhale, bind your fingers. Stretch left. Rise up. Squat down. Stand tall. Go right. Rise up. Exhale. Full inhale. Bow down, straighten your legs, firm your legs, strong, strong, strong. And let your torso flow. Look forward. You're going to widen your feet. Wider stance. Look forward and bend your knees. Reach your arms forward and bend your elbows. Kind of a goofy pose, like a squat with goalpost arms. It's super good at strengthening your legs, opening your hips. Draw your belly button back, and as you sweep your arms around, you can get a strap, a towel, hook your thumbs or your fingers, hinge at the waist, and as your arms begin to stretch over your head, hug your feet toward each other, and press down, ground into the earth as you hinge and fold deeper. Breathe in, breathe out. Unbind, touch down, look forward, flat back. Spider walk to your hands, to your left leg, in front. Lunge pose, breathe in. Lower your back leg down, breathe out. Inhale, ride the breath. Breathe in. Exhale, hands at your waist. Anchor down through your hips. Don't put too much weight in your back knee, but ground through both feet, back toes tucked under, and your hips. Let that grounding give you more presence, more breath, more life to rise up. Shoulders go up and back. Reach your arms up. Grounded through your legs, lifted through your heart, present, here and now. Full breath. Bow forward, twist over your front leg. Stay here or lift your back leg. Take 3 breaths. Look down, unwind, touch your hands inside your front foot, spin your back heel down. Keep your front leg bent and your back toes grounded, equal through both feet. Walk your hands off your mat to the right, downward facing dog with lunge legs. Press down equally through both of your feet and hug your feet toward each other. As your thighs roll back, draw your belly in powerfully and lengthen through your spine more. Good work. Deep breath in, long breath out. Look up. Walk your hands back, parallel your feet. Look forward, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Reach your arms forward, bend at the elbows. Draw your belly back, shoulder stretch, put your other thumb on top or your other knuckles on top. And as you reach the crown of your head to the floor, begin to straighten your legs, take your arms up and over your head. Bend your elbows, release your hands down, look up, inhale. Spider walk to the other side, lunge. Full breath here, feel it to your legs, your hips. Lower your back knee down, hands at your waist. Ground down through your feet, down through your hips. Lift up from the belly button going in and up, shoulders go on your back. And as ground as you are in your back legs, have some lightness in your back knee, and then lift to your upper body. Full breath in, long breath out. You're going to twist over your front leg. And take your modification. You can keep your knee on the ground or lift it. If your back knee is down, lift it up, look down. Unwind, hands inside front foot. Spin your back heel down. Notice how your back foot is lighter. If you need to, you can even bend your back leg a little bit to get the little toe side of your foot down. Root the pinky toe side down. And now push equally through both of your feet. Hug your feet toward each other, roll your thighs back. Pull your belly in. And as you bend your front knee right over your front heel, straighten your back leg. Good. Walk your hands off. Your legs should be firing up a little. Look up, breathe in. Walk your hands back, parallel your feet, look up. Heel toe your feet back into Uttanasana, deep forward bend. You're gonna hold your elbows. And as your legs are strong, make sure you're pressing into your heels. All four corners of your feet root down equally. The strength of your legs helps your belly lift and your torso to fold deeper. Release your hands down, and from the power in your legs, push down. Inhale, rise up, shoot up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Release your hands down. And without your hands on your hips, feel yourself rooted down. Feel that strength create stability, and that stability to create a present, aware, and attentive heart, mind, and breath. Use that strength and that groundedness and that stability to help you now. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow down, fold. Look forward, bow down. Inhale, push through your feet, rise up. Exhale, squat. Deep breath. You're gonna twist to the left. 3 breaths. Push through both feet, ground down. Strengthen your legs, rise up. Exhale, twist second side. Push, strengthen your legs to find stability and grounding beneath you. And a presence to reach you up. Exhale. Stand tall, stand well. In your strength and in your presence. Deep breath. Flow your arms up. Lengthen, bow down. Look forward. Gonna walk your hands over your left foot and kick your right leg back, lunge. Full breath here in. Back heel spins down. Good. Now bend your back leg. Find the outer pinky toe side of your foot engaged. Push down through all 4 corners of both of your feet powerfully and hug your feet toward each other. Roll your thighs back. Open your hips. Draw your tailbone in. And as you push down through your back foot, directionally stretch your tailbone through your back heel. Roll your shoulders up and back. And then you can flow up into warrior 2. Find yourself more square, more solid on both of your feet. You can bring your hands at your waist and root straight down. Find that stability, that grounding as your shoulders roll up and back. That presence of heart to be here, to be now. and to do what that yoga teacher challenged us in our yoga poses, to fight for justice, resourcing ourselves first. Forearm to the thigh or hand to the earth, Konasana. Keep rooted through your back foot, ground down, and bend through that front knee so your front femur is parallel. Tailbone is still tucked, shoulders are up and back, 3 breaths. Look down, lunge, step back, plank. You can go full or half to flow through your chaturanga. Cobra, Sphinx, or up dog. Ground down through your pelvis, through your pinky toes. And your spine lengthens, shoulders open. Slowly begin to lower down, head of your arm bones stay lifted. Plant your hands by your ribs, shoulders on your back. Tuck your toes, ground down, Balasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hands ground down and forward, heels ground behind you. So there's a balanced action front to back. Left leg lifts. Stack your hips, twist. Keep that right heel grounded powerfully and twist your spine only. Square your hips, look up. Knee to nose, foot between thumbs. Look forward, and we're going to spin our back heel down. Take second side. Lunge. Spin your back heel. Bend your back leg a little bit. Shins are strong, feet are grounded, thighs roll back. Belly button goes in, tailbone stretches down through your back heel. Your spine lengthens. So from your pelvis, you root down. Everything else lengthens and then can rise and float up. So we can ground here and now. To be present, to be humble, to listen, to learn, and to act. Breathe with me. And transition into side angle. Keep grounded through that back foot. Lengthen through your spine. Konasana. Feel the strength and feel the presence that rises up. Look down, lunge, plank. Ground down through your hands, back through your heels. Get that balance. Inhale, tippy toes rise up, high to low. Curl through. And as you lower down, try to lengthen your spine forward even more, out of your hips. Tuck your toes, hips to heels. Nice and long as your hips root down, get that spine longer. Then up and back, down dog, 3 breaths. Right leg lifts. Keep that left heel back and down, ground it. Then you can twist and open and know your foundation is secure. Square your hips, look up, knee to nose. Foot between thumbs. Spin your back heel down, parallel your feet, wide leg, and scoot your heels in, toes in, heels in, and then bring your hands to your thighs. Take a goddess pose, as your knees bend, knees to the little toe side back. Good. And as you press your knees back with your hands, lift and spread your toes. Feel the mound of your big toe, the inner edge of your heel. Now, as you press your knees back, feel the little toe side and the outer edge of your heel. So you're grounding down through 4 corners of your feet equally. Press down. And then hug your heels toward each other. Feel that lift. So as your tailbone descends and your pelvis roots down, everything else rises up. So there's a balance and a presence. From your stability to your presence with humble awareness. Keep grounding down through your hips and your feet, straighten your legs. And as your legs feel heavy, get light on the inside, rise up. Bend your knees, sweep your right arm in front, take your shoulder up and back, and give yourself a gentle shoulder stretch. Keep the actions in your legs. Sweep it down, inhale. Open it, exhale. Left arm, shoulder stretch. Rise up. Exhale, heels out. Bow down. Lunge on the left. Look forward. Spin your back heel. Square your hips. Rise up. Good. Now straighten your front leg. Push back through your back heel. Square your hips, lift your chest. Take a full breath in. Keep grounded through your back heel, bend through your front knee. Breathe in. Exhale, arms down. If your left arm is underneath, your left leg is forward. So wrap it. Bend your elbows, shoulders on your back. You can even bind your hands. Eagle arms. Slowly come on up, pop your back heel up. Keep the bind of your arms. Press down through your left leg. Fly your right leg up, warrior 3 legs with eagle arms. Hug in, unwind, touch down, half split. Step your hands back into lunge, foot back into lunge. Back knee lowers. Walk your front foot to your right hand, pigeon on the left. Square your hips and ground down through your hips. And like your forearms are dragging your hips back, extend back through your back heel. With that grounding, now lengthen your torso. You can walk it deeper. You can bring your elbows to the side if that's helpful. Ground down through your legs. Lengthen through your spine. Inhale, ground. Feel the earth. Exhale, expand and feel that lightness, that brightness. Look up and walk your hands back. Come up to just a vertical torso pigeon and feel how weighty your hips are. Draw your belly button back and lift up through your torso. Good. Take a full breath. Pick that left leg up, send it back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips, twist. For some of you, you can stay here. Some of you may want to spin to the outer edge of your foot. Come up to your left finger pads. You can balance here. You can reach it up and back. Come into a little mini wild thing. Slowly unwind. Take it up and back. Bring your foot between your hands. Lunge. Spin your back heel down. We're going to come through second side. Lunge with your right leg in front. Spin your back heel down. Heel to heel alignment, or move your foot a little bit to the left. Square your hips and bring your hands to your waist. Straighten your front leg first. And use your hands to square your hips over your front leg and bend your back leg and your front leg a little bit. Stick your booty out as you push down through the little toe side of your foot. Ground down. Lift and spread your little pinky toe to the outer edge of your back mat. Good, and as you keep squaring your hips, ground out through that back foot. Lift your head, lift your heart, and bend through your front knee. So this back foot is as active as this front one. Square your hips, lift your chest. You can use your hands to help you stay grounded and centered. Arms come up. Right arm goes underneath left. Bend at the elbows. Maybe wrap. Elbows up, arm bones back. Warrior one legs, eagle arms. Slowly come through, pop your back heel up. Warrior three, eagle arms. Ground down through that right leg, square your hips, lengthen through your spine. Long breath in. Whoa, if you wobble, that's cool. Unwind, touchdown, half split. Step it back, lunge. Lower your back knee down, pigeon on the right. Walk your foot over towards your hand, or modify with your knee between your hands. Ground down through your hips and your back heel. Pour your spine over, take your pigeon. Inhale, look up. Walk your hands back, ground down through your legs, tailbone heavy, spine light, long, shoulders back. Deep breath in. Make your way back, one leg dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips, twist. You can build wild thing. Spin to the outside of your left foot. Elbow crease turns over your front hand. Slowly lift your hips, lift your heart. Reach up and back. Come through, one leg dog, into lunge. Look forward, back heel spins. Parallel your feet, look up. Heel toe your feet in to a little bit wider than hip distance and squat down. Malasana. Lift and spread your toes. Anchor down through the mound of your big toe, inner edge of your heel. And then little toe, outer edge of your heel. And as your feet root down powerfully as they ground into the earth, have your hips ground down. But let's not sit into those hip sockets, so hug your feet in. Draw your belly in and lift your chest. So as much as we are grounded down, we are supporting ourselves with our breath, with our intention, and with our lives, our actions. Big inhale, push down through your feet. Exhale, heel toe your feet back to parallel. Tadasana. No, that would be Uttanasana. Forward bend. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, bow down, breathe out. Rise up. Feet come together. Hands at your waist. Push down through your legs. Lift up through your chest. Balance on your right leg. Lift your left leg, Vrikshasana. Good. Now as we anchor down, ground down through that right foot, and your tailbone is heavy. From the core of your pelvis, there's a split of energy. So as your legs root down, split the energy here. It's a focal point in the base of your pelvis to rise up. Take that with you to modify your tree in a way that you would enjoy. Inhale, ground. Exhale, stay grounded, but rise up. Long inhale. Hands come together in front of your heart. Gently pick up your foot, cross it over your thigh, figure four. Breathe in. Legs are firm. The grounding is activated. Belly is light, spine is long. You can fold. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Unwind your foot. Heel toe, squat down, Malasana. All those actions, four corners of your feet root down, draw your feet toward each other, thighs back, tailbone in. Yeah, it's a lot of alignment principles, I know. But once they become standard practice, standard operating procedures, the breath and the intention can flow freely. We can access our power. For when we have listened and we have learned, we may act skillfully, not only in our practice, but in the world that needs us so deeply. 3 breaths. Ground down on your inhale. Exhale, get light. Walk your feet back in Uttanasana, deep forward bend. You can pick up your hands, bring them to the backs of your calves. Lift your calves up a little bit and press your calves forward. Push down through your heels. Draw your belly back and fold deeper. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Push through your feet. Release your hands. Rise up. Big inhale. Tree Vrikshasana on the right. Ground down. Firm your legs. Lift your heart. Shoulders go up and back and express your tree pose. Each inhale, ground. Each exhale, rise up. Slowly come through. Hands at heart center. Lift up your foot, cross at the thigh, squat and sit back. Deep inhale, long exhale. This time we're going to simply rise up, put the foot down, stand in mountain pose, Tadasana, before we do our last standing flow. Balance on your right leg, lift your left leg, start in tree. Bring your hands at your waist, ground down through your foundation. Lift and rise with your intention, your heart, your presence. We're going to move this now into eagle pose, Garudasana. Shins are strong, legs are strong, thighs are back. Wrap around all the way if you can, and square your hips. Ground down through your legs, lift up. And then if you're inspired, you can wrap your arms up. Opposite arm of leg on top. Deep inhale, long exhale. Keep the arms, unwind your legs, square your hips. Kick that left heel straight back. Warrior three with Garudasana arms. Hug in, unwind, touch down, half split. Left leg goes behind right, twisted forward bend. Deep breath in, long breath out. Look forward, unwind your feet. Feet together, push through your heels and your big toes, rise up, stand tall. Second side, balance on the left, tree on the right. When it's chaotic, out of control, loud, confusing, come back to center, come back to breath. Even bring your hands, ground down, here and now. Feel the earth, feel your breath. Get steady, listen, learn, then act. As we reach that right leg around, eagle legs, Garudasana, stack, cross at your knees, wrap it, square your hips, lift your chest. You can stay right here. Bind it if you'd like. I clearly don't have balance today, so you work with yours. I'll work with mine. Hug in as you inhale, ground down, and then extend your spine forward. Heel goes back. Woo! Fall over on this side for me too. You find your expression of warrior three. If you're bound, unbind, touch the earth, half split. Right leg behind left. Oh, if yoga does anything, it keeps you humble. You can do poses 1,000 times and still fall. Such is the practice. Breathe in. Empty. Let that one go. Look up. Unbind your feet. Heel toe, squat back into Malasana. You can stay right here or you can twist it. We're going to take our left arm, get it in front of our shin, walk our fingers off to the side. Right arm can go up. You can do thumb down, pinky up, wrap it, bind it. Or you can just stay right in your squat. And if you've had enough of these deep hip openers, you can take a seat and do seated butterfly, Baddha Konasana. As we transition sides, push down through all four corners of your feet, hug your heels. Pull your belly in, unwind gently, mindfully. Right tricep, front of right shin. Walk your finger pads to the side. Left arm goes up, thumb down, pinky up. Wrap at the low waist. Maybe even just grab your shirt or thumb in your hip crease. Combine your fingers, go ahead. Find your pose. Breath in, breath out. To unbind, hug in, ground down through your feet. Gently unbind and unwind, come back, hands at heart. We're going to transition into boat, Navasana. You find your navigated space, sit bones in and up, lift, lift. Take a few breaths here. Hold on to your big toes, vertical happy baby. Extend your legs long. Breathe in, push through your big toes, pull back with your hands and lift your heart. Keep your toes if you can, bend your knees, heels down. Walk it out into wide-legged forward fold. Look up, breathe in. And take your thumbs, put them in your hip creases and push down and draw back. Because oftentimes we want to come out of this pose because it's too uncomfortable. And that's life right now. It's saying we can't come out because we're uncomfortable. We keep being present, staying aligned, staying safe, but leaning into the discomfort, staying anchored, staying grounded. Make sure your kneecaps are pointed up, your toes are pointed up. Push back and down with your thumbs, lift your heart, inhale, rise up. Good job. Bend your knees, twist your right heel to the back side of your left hip. Your front leg can come over your left thigh. Right hand comes across, left hand goes behind, sit up tall. Lengthen and twist. You can stay here, you can bind here. Some of you might even want to wrap and bind behind you. Collective inhale, ground down. Exhale, lengthen and twist. Deepest pose. Good. And as you inhale and root down through both sit bones, exhale, gently unwind, come back to center. Release your hand. You can jump, switch your legs, or do the good old-fashioned thing. Pick them up and move them and switch sides, however you get there. Right hand goes down, left hand binds or hooks. Lengthen, breathe in. Twist, breathe out. Deep inhale. Long exhale. And as you inhale and get weightier in your seat, exhale, get lighter and lift as you gently unwind. Come back to center. Good job. I'm going to swing my legs around, go lengthwise on my mat. I want you all join me on your backs. I'm going to take a modified bridge pose, whatever works for you. Your hips are about 6 to 8 inches from your backside. Feet are parallel, as wide as your hip bones. Feet are pointed straight forward. Arms are alongside your body, gaze is up to the sky. Before we come into this pose, find the mound of your big toe, push down, and lift the other toes up. Feel the inner edge of your heel. Keep that. Notice how your legs activate more on the inside. Stretch the little toe side to the right and the left and push down the outer heel. And notice it becomes more balanced and your glutes activate. Gently push down into your feet, ground down, and without moving your feet, drag them back and feel your hamstrings engage and the lower lumbar spine goes in and up. That's good, you want that. Draw your ribs in, but keep that lower lumbar spine lifted. There's a nice little curve. Good, and then as your feet stay rooted down, grounded down, dragging back, begin to float your hips up. Now that protects your low back, so now you can get in to your bridge pose. Work your shoulder blades underneath your back. And get the bend in your back where it's supposed to go in your upper back. Push down through your feet, ground down through your legs. And lengthen through your spine. Humble presence in your heart. To listen deeply, humbly. To learn, to ask questions. And then to act. To join the good fight. Breathe in. Gently release, lower your hips. Bring your knees in, rock a little bit side to side. Open your legs wide. Knees extend out, soles of the feet together. You feel that your low back has space. There's a little curve, and then your ribs can close. Your knees can fall away. You can bring your hands on your pelvis. Feel the grounding through your legs. Close your eyes and feel the presence, the steadiness of breath. That is your life for you to set forward. Take this moment to ground into earth, to rest and restore, so you are ready to come back and meet the world more unified, body, mind, and heart, to help unify a world that has such deep need to come together. Please rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Use your hands on your knees, bring your knees together, and extend your legs long. And we'll take a little mini shavasana here as you feel your body grounded on the earth. Notice the heaviness of your pelvis, the groundedness of your lower body. And gently notice the breathing, the lightness, the spirit that flows through you. That is your humanity. That is your divinity coming together as one. Breathe with your whole being. Longest exhale out your mouth. Breathe in deeply and ground down. Exhale, get lighter. Almost like you're going to lift off your neck. One more round. Soften your lips together. Let your breath be natural. And feel into the body. Notice the feelings, how they may have shifted. Notice any awarenesses. Notice the quality of your heart and your mind. And take this grounded energy with you. It is also filled with vitality and presence. As you stretch your fingers and your toes, turn your ankles and your wrists, and mindfully bend your knees one at a time. And roll to the side. Take a full breath on the side of your body. As you gently use your hands on the earth to come back and take your seat. Back to the beginning where we started. Close your eyes. The feet folded, palms joined. Turn your gaze into the space of your heart. And notice the call to attention, the presence of awareness, the power of being here and now. Feel the weightiness of your seat, the lightness of your heart coming together to unify you so you can be a unifying force in the world. And Nelson Mandela told us, he told us from his jail cell for many years when he fought for freedom that we must use time wisely and forever realize that the time is always right to do what is right. So take that with you now as you inhale deeply, exhale completely, release your hands and open your eyes. And know that you are the ones, we are the ones, and together we can walk this path and we can be the change in a world that needs us. Go in peace, shine your light, share your life, be safe. And until we meet again, I love you. Namaste.